Happy 4th of July. All right, I'm going to cheer up your Independence Day with a beautiful fight between Elon Musk and Donald Trump and Steve Bannon. So as Musk is trying to hit Trump with a chair, here comes Bannon off the top rope with a chair of his own. Yes, off the top rope with his fat ass with a chair of his own. That happened. Well, kind of proverbially, rhetorically at least, it happened. So I'm going to tell you about that in a second. This is when I tell you, hey, you gotta watch the show, obviously live Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern. But today's 4th of July, so I'm doing this instead of our regular show at 6 o'clock. But we'll catch you on Monday. Oh, Monday we have a huge announcement. New rebellion candidate. A candidate joins the rebellion, likely to win. Senate candidate, populist left. You guys are gonna love it. Check out the show 6 o'clock on Monday. All right. So before you all go back to your hot dogs, etc., and I got pizza out there, I'm going to tell you about this fight. So Elon Musk decides on Independence Day, hey, this is a perfect time to pick a fight with Trump and the Republican Party. He says, what if I start a whole new party? And what if we called it the America Party? Okay. Steve Bannon is going to respond to that. Okay. So first, this is, of course, the back and forth between Musk and Trump that's gone on for a while. There was that big explosion where Musk was angry at the bill. Oh, the big, beautiful bill's ugly. It's an abomination. It doesn't even have subsidies for my company. And then he pretended that he was upset about the subsidies for other companies. But I'll take it. The subsidies for the other companies were terrible. He should complain about the oil and gas. So anyway, of course, Trump catches feelings for that, especially because Musk at one point said, Epstein files. Trump's in it. And then Trump's like, I'm going to deport you and denaturalize you. Like he said weirdo things like that. Oh, by the way, this is a split decision between Elon Musk and Steve Bannon. So I'm going to tell you about which one I thought won on different counts. So, and then Trump's talking about kicking him out of the country, taking away all of his subsidies. So that was round one. Then we had a round two that was very similar. This is kind of round 2.5 here when Musk is going back to the idea of starting another party. So first, let me read you one of his many tweets today about that. And he says, Independence Day is the perfect time to ask if you want independence from the two parties, some would say uniparty system. Should we create the America Party? Should I vote in this poll? All right, I'm going to look at the first couple of comments here, and I feel kind of bad voting on an Elon Musk poll. It feels like I'm participating, and I'm not even positive which way I should vote. No, nobody's doing the E party. Okay, yo, Cenk. All right, I'm going to vote on it. Okay, I made a unilateral decision, so I'm clicking on it. And now, which way should I vote? Should we create the America Party? I like the idea of a third party, especially if it's properly financed. I like the idea of a party called the America Party, but I don't think I'm going to say yes to a party by Elon Musk. That's my, that's how I think about it now. I'm not sure that Elon's going to take it in the right direction, so I'll vote no. Okay, even though I really want a third party. Okay. Oh, look at this. We find out that it's a 64% saying yes, we should create the American Party, 35 or 36% saying no. By the way, only 992,000 votes. So I know he gave himself hundreds of millions of followers, and he's also the richest man, and also he did Doge, etc. But like nearly 1 million votes and about 2-1 saying yes, we should have the American Party. So one of the things I'm super curious about, guys, is who's going to win the long war, right, between Elon Musk and Donald Trump? Because Musk has got infinite money, but he tried to buy an election in Wisconsin, couldn't do it. He's trying to help Thomas Massey. Is that going to work? He says he's going to primary a whole bunch of Republicans that voted for this bill. Is that going to work? That's so interesting. If that does work, do the Republicans then start to switch over and start kissing Musk's ass instead of Trump's ass? And isn't it hilarious that basically the overwhelming majority of the politicians in both parties are just looking for an ass to kiss? And so here, pause before I get to the Bannon outburst and how I score this fight. I mean, look at how sick our system is that we think we have independence. Well, we got independence from England, the English Empire, great. And then we got independence from the British East India Company. And that was a corporation at the time that was oppressing us. That was their tea that we threw into the Boston Harbor, and that's Boston Tea Bar. Okay, so now we need a new independence because we're just having a contest like that's like Hunger Games and a little bit of Squid Games of which sponsor are the politicians going to kiss the ass of. That's what we need independence from. We need independence from money and politics. We need independence from big pharma, big oil, big sugar, big everything, right? Big Israel, big Qatar. We need a real independence in this country. And whether it's Republicans or Democrats, it's donors like Elon Musk that we should not be listening to, or Soros, or the unions, or any of the corporations, or any other foreign government. So look, if you want to have some fun in the comment section, what else do you think we need independence from? And in your personal life, just super side. This is second side on why it's a holiday. We're having fun. It's 4th of July. We're doing fireworks, and our fireworks is side topic. So a little side topic is, what do you need independence from? Ooh, interesting question. All right, I'll see it in the comment section. All right, now back to our previously scheduled Civil War conflict, at least within MAGA and the Republican Party. And so, but that's weird because they were never going to fight. Oh, look at that. Massive fight. Anyways, I had to throw that in there. That's my little condiment. That's a little mustard on the hot dog. You know what I'm saying? All right. First of all, Craig Allen, trying to put sanctions on Elon. Trump might seize his assets, deport him. That would be a disaster. Don't do that. I'm not in favor of Elon, but if you give Trump the ability to do that, we're all in a lot of trouble. But Craig, you're awesome for doing a super chat. You're awesome for being a member. If you, get independent of mainstream media on this 4th of July and join the Young Turks instead, I'll give you a shout out while we're live, or a super chat, at least to the best of my abilities. Okay. All right. So Musk is saying, let's do third party. So now Bannon decides he's going to come in. And, while Musk is trying to beat on Trump, here comes Bannon. So Bannon, of course, is going to take it over the top. So he says, the foul, the buffoon, Elmo the Mook, formerly known as Elon Musk. All these guys trying to do nicknames because Trump does nicknames. I don't know. I think you got to come better than this. I don't even know what Elmo the Mook means. What's it a reference to? How does it make sense? Anyway, he goes, Elmo the Mook, formerly known as Elon Musk, Elmo the Mook, he says it again. He's today in another smear, and this, only a foreigner could do this. Elon's an American citizen. Think about it. He's got up on Twitter right now a poll about starting an America party. And non-Americans starting an America party. Like, that's just, what is that? The guy's a naturalized citizen. He came here a long time ago. I got 1,000 problems with Elon Musk, but his citizenship ain't one of them, right? So what are we going back now? All of a sudden, all naturalized citizens are not Americans? F you, okay? From this American, I'm speaking on behalf of tens of millions of naturalized citizens. F you, Steve Bannon. We're all American, 100% American, and we're so American that we can say things like this to you. Hashtag suck it, okay? So I hope that's clear enough. If you need me to be clear, I can be. So he continues, Bannon, because he's a loose Bannon. Okay, no, brother, you're not an American. You're a South African. We take enough time and prove the facts of that. You should be deported because there's a crime of what you did, among many. What did he do? What did he do? He's like, what's the crime? There's no crime. There's no crime. He just wants to say, like, haha, only people born here are awesome. By the way, you also shouldn't have birthright citizenship. Wait, if there's no birthright citizenship and there's no naturalized citizens, are we going to have any citizens? So is this idea of celebrating 4th of July, from now on, there'll be no U.S. citizens? Wait, what? So none of this makes any sense. All right, I'm going to score these fights in a second because obviously I'm the ultimate arbiter of this. Jim Eaton, Bannon will be the Twinkie party. Well, I'd love to laugh along with that, but to be fair, somebody over here has had a couple of Twinkies in his life. I actually don't love Twinkies, but Nutty Buddies, on the other hand, you know what I call that? Hashtag America. By the way, here's another hashtag. It probably already exists. Is it going to take off from this video? No way. But let's have fun. Let's do it anyway. Make America a democracy again, right? What do we need independence from? Big money in politics. By the way, Wolfpack, wolf-pack.com. Oh, they've got a new website I got to tell you guys about. You guys are going to love it. All right, while I look that up, let me score this for you as I promised, okay? Here it is. Fightcorruption.us. Perfect timing. We need liberation for money in politics. fightcorruption.us. That's a good handle, okay? So that's to get money out of politics and liberate this country. Wouldn't it be cool if we were part of a second revolution, but not a violent one, but one where we actually take the country back for us? We take democracy back. We make America a democracy again. Hashtag MATA, make America a democracy again. Don't get into the details of should there be a little A in there. Make America a democracy. Just MATA. Move on. Okay. So, all right, now we're scoring it. Look, Elon Musk, in calling out the bill and saying that both of these parties are the uniparty and they always do the same thing, add to the debt, which they did, 3.3 trillion. If they had put in electric vehicle subsidies, and instead of being 3.3 trillion, it was 4.3 trillion or 3.5 trillion, do I think Elon Musk would have been in favor of it? Yes. Do I believe him that he really wanted to get rid of his own subsidies and the oil and gas subsidies and balance the budget? No, I don't believe him. But the fact that he's saying that, hey, it's terrible that we're adding 3.3 trillion to the debt, and it's terrible that we're giving these corporate subsidies, I'll score that one for Elon. Elon's on the board. He didn't see that coming. And then Steve Bannon says, look, what we should do is, arrest this guy for no reason, for disagreeing with the beloved dear leader, because make America North Korea again. Okay, I don't even know what he wants to arrest him for. Yeah, he's fighting with Donald Trump. So what? Lots of people are fighting with Donald Trump. Are we going to deport all of them? Where are we deporting them? I don't know. This is insane. So I don't know if it's like scoring it for Musk or just scoring it against Bannon. I thought it was going to come out even. I don't know why I thought that. It didn't come out even. No, Musk wins this one, 2-0. He's right about the bill, and he's right about not getting arrested or denaturalized or deported or any of those super weirdo things. Oh, the one thing I'll give Bannon is, because I'm the fairest man in America, doing the fairest show in America on this beautiful day about America. Are we having fun? Is this fun, doing these live videos on holidays? Okay, so, the thing I'll give Bannon is, Elon Musk is a donor, and as a donor, he wanted subsidies for his own company, and they didn't give it to him, and that's partly why he started crying. So Bannon's right about that. I can't be fairer than this. Nobody can be fairer than this. So 2-1. I don't know if you want to say Musk wins or if that makes you uncomfortable enough that you just want to say Bannon loses and Trump loses, that team loses. Fair enough. And I'm sure that now that I've adjudicated it that way, Steve Bannon will come out and go, oh, well, damn it. If that's what Cenk says, I guess I lost on this Independence Day. Well, I guess you did, brother. All right, before my pizza gets any colder, I got to go. Love you guys. Celebrate America, okay? Look, we look to make it better and better and better, and that's what we're going to do on Monday, by the way, 6 o'clock, because that's when we do the shows. Every time we do a show, we make it better. Hit the join button. Hit the subscribe button. That one's free. Ring the bell. Follow along. Then you'll get live videos like this. It'll be fun, right? So do all those fun things. But on Monday, there's a politician, a candidate that's terrific, that's a populist, joining the rebellion. So the rebellion's begun. By the way, rebellionpack.com. Okay, let's go try to fix things. But for now, hot dogs, burgers, pizza, that needs to be addressed, and it needs to be addressed now. And me, Uygur versus pizza, hot dogs, and burgers, I got it at 3-0 on me. How do you think I got this way? Love you guys. Love America. Let's keep making it better. And let's keep loving each other. Why don't we unite? United States of America. See you on Monday.